Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Bounty Hunter Edition with Skadge, none other than the Hulk that we absolutely love. Yes, thank you for letting me know what kind of race he is. I actually forgot about that. It's kind of weird because there are a lot of brutish races in Star Wars, and I always seem to forget the Hulk for some reason. I don't know why, because you see them quite often in actual fact. But speaking of races, we currently have, well, a gun runner here, in actual fact. So, yes, and she is a Twi'lek, so we're going to be dealing as much damage as we can to her, of course, and we're going to start off with a lovely heat-seeking missile and various other things, and then a nice unload. Yes, there we are. So this should be obviously very easy because Skadge is currently on healing. Not entirely sure if I should keep him on that or whether I should change him to damage, but I think he's a melee character, and I absolutely loathe melee characters being DPS specs, especially, I mean, in companions, that is. Obviously not in actual characters and classes and things like that, but oh. Okay. So apparently we now have even more targets to deal with, and they are all the way up there, so yeah, that's actually where we need to go. So I guess I'll see you when we're a little bit closer to the tomb. Alright, so we are now here within this sort of glacial crater, I guess you could say, and we are very, very close to an Imperial outpost. I think I'm actually going to see whether we can... Is this... Yeah, we already have the quick travel point here, which is great. So let's head on over to the tomb. I'm actually unsure whether we're going to get a cutscene here. No, we are just going to get a holo call. Okay, well, let's see what Lieutenant Horn has to say.
Horn, I'm in position. What have you got for me?
Analysis of data from the custodians is coming slowly, but I believe we found a solid lead. The bulk of the samples taken recently appear to have been interred in a vault we are designating Block 44. The majority of the Imperial prisoners have likely been taken there, making it the probable destination for your target.
And the remaining samples?
Operations Groups 1 and 2 identified a separate vault as the location of the Dreadmasters. Other samples were separated as well, though the reasons are unclear. Any of them could be a potential target, but our primary objective is the Dreadmasters. It's unlikely Barrows would go unnoticed. It's your call. These are Block 44's coordinates if you decide to pursue it as a lead. If Barrows is sighted elsewhere, you'll be the first to know. Horn out.
Okay, so is that actually an optional thing where I can choose where I go? Do I go to Block 44 or can I go to District 13? Oh, yeah, there's the references. Okay, so wait a minute. That's an Imperial agent's corpse right there. I don't know whether I actually want to do that right now. I would like to search for Zale Barrows, so I assume I'm going to need to go into the quick travel ancient transport system once again. Okay, so after a couple of issues with my recording, and also the fact that Belsavis is an absolute pain to navigate. I mean, really, it is. Look at this, okay? Look at this. Now, what actually happened here, I transported to this deep launch point sort of area, and then I thought to myself, okay, well, let's just walk out here, because that's where the little icon was, right? No, it's not that way. So then I transported, I think, where is it? Over here or something? Yeah, over here. And then I walked down here, through there, through the tunnel, and then I discovered that it was on a raised surface, an elevated surface. So I had to then run around, fight a bunch of people over there, and now we are finally here. So, Special Assault Shekra, you are going to be eliminated very, very soon. And apparently we have a thing with Trandoshans for some reason. But it appears as though the Bounty Hunter, specifically the Bounty Hunter class story on Belsavis, is one of the most convoluted I have ever experienced, at least so far. And that is kind of, well, I guess it's okay, because the Bounty Hunter is meant to be a bounty hunter, obviously, and is meant to hunt down all kinds of various, well, bounties. Yes, great. Yes, I'm very much sort of saying things that are great today. Yes, using my vocabulary. Vocabulary? Yes, vocabulary. Wow. Okay, so that did not go well. That did not go well. None of my speech Yes, I'm just gonna shut up. Okay, so I have collected my thoughts, and now we're gonna be apparently failing to actually traverse anything in this entire environment, including the dictionary. Yes, exactly. A little known fact, Belsavis is actually a dictionary, and it's one that I do not read. No, I have no idea what it's all about, so yes, that's great. But we do have a Gamorrean brawler here. He speaks about as well as I do, so let us now take this guy on and actually see what he's all about. He's going to be in melee, isn't he? Yes. Skadge, come on now. Are you literally just going to stand there? Yes, he is. He was literally just going to stand there. I'm going to stun this guy with one of my electro darts. Yes. That's what I like to see. Now let's just try and slow this guy down as much as we can. Yeah, look at that. That's exactly why I really like the slowing specialization that you can actually get in your utility points for unload. It really, really helps a huge amount. Wow, did you see that? Unload actually channeled, but it didn't actually cast. That was kind of disappointing. Okay, well, yeah, this is also another thing that I remember from Knights of the Old Republic, which, I played a huge amount of time ago. And it was actually the thing with Gamorreans always being able to stun you somehow. They were always able to stun you and then do a huge amount of damage, and it was absolutely terrible, and yes. Yes, that first... Wait a minute, let me see if I can actually remember. That first Gamorrean in the sewers on Taris. Yeah, this is like... I don't even know. I think this is... I think almost 10 years ago that I played it. I think so, yes. Like 8 or 9 years, I think. And I don't know why, but I seem to remember this one Gamorrean in the sewers. If that is actually correct. If it's not correct, then yes, egg on my face, whatever. But the point is that having that Gamorrean in the sewers, that was absolutely monstrous. They were very, very damaging, and I think in the end I just ran past him or something along those lines. I don't even know whether you could run past things. I don't think so. But anyway, I think I stealthed or something along those lines, maybe snuck by him. Yeah. Well, I played it a variety of times anyway, a various amount of times, and... well, each time I constructed a different character. I had a gunslinger, I had a lightsaber user, and a force user, and things like that. All very, very cool, I gotta say, because, well, it's Knights of the Old Republic. It's a classic. So, now we are gonna go and head on to 1,000 Pardons, which is, of course, to search for Zale Barrows, which is just over there to Stasis Block 44. Alright, so we have reached the phase. And we're now going to be heading on into Stasis Block 44, and it's actually, thankfully, a very small area. Yes, well, let's not get into that, shall we? I mean, we have huge blasters, and we're going to be using them to the best of their effect, hopefully. Oh, there he is! Okay, so no more force fields. I'm going to try and stop Skadge from killing him, maybe, and we're going to see what happens now. We're walking along. And we're looking mean. And now that guy is shooting over there, and there's lava, and it's all pouring everywhere, and there's a grenade, get out of the way, don't just watch it. There's a crater, there's a guy, a red guy, he's walking along, and he's going, unlimited power. And they're all going, no, and we're dead, apparently. Oh, send them in. Send in the troops. I'm gonna be crawling around here. I'm punching that dude. Yep, I'm punching him. And, yep, there's a force push. That's what he went like, yes. Now, I'm gonna dodge that. Oh, I didn't dodge that, though. Yes. I'm gonna go stabby, stabby. Stabby, stabby. And now, pew, pew. And he's also dead. Sir, are you okay? That's not how he sounds.
You know, twerp.
How did you... You are good. Nobody shoot. Truce. Look, we could settle our differences, but not right here. I have to stop the Empire.
Stop them from what?
From freeing these prisoners. These monsters. Maybe you never saw the footage, but I was there when they sacked Coruscant. You know how many civilians died from the bombings alone? You helped us spoil their rescue. Permanently. And I'll go quietly.
I try not to bite the hand that feeds me.
Can't blame a guy for trying. Fan out!
You're mine now, runt!
Okay, so apparently now this means war of some sort? Oh, well, that's kind of unfortunate. I really was not anticipating him actually not really... Okay. He just decided to go, yep, full attack mode here. So that's kind of sad, I gotta say, because he doesn't seem like a bad guy. But obviously, oh, really, Skadge, are you really not going to heal me now? Is he actually not going to heal me? Should I actually try and kill these probe droids? I mean, they don't seem to be doing that much, but apparently Skadge thinks they are. So apparently, oh yes, I am being healed now by Skadge. Not entirely sure what he was doing. Probably taking a bit of a vacation because he seems like the kind of guy that would want to go to a pleasure planet or something along those lines. Yes, but otherwise, I think we just can take these guys out relatively easily. I actually really like that we've gained our priming shot now as well, which means that we reset the cooldown, or shall we say make tracer missile instant, which is actually exceedingly good.
I was so close. So close!
I would know who you are and how it is you came to our rescue.
I would know who you are and how you came to be in my face.
Andreas Thos, leader of Operations Group 1. You will address me as my lord. You're obviously not with the Republic. I assume the Empire was able to break through the alien filth. Have our forces been able to free the Dread Masters?
You tell me. It was your assignment.
Who are you to question me? Our groups were split up, decimated and cut off from outside reinforcement. The operation stood no chance of success. Freeing these prisoners would at least give us a fighting chance.
Unless there's anything else, I've got a Darth waiting for this.
Getting these captives free and in fighting condition is my primary concern. Carry on with your business, but stay out of my way.
Been thinking about this since you dumped me on this rock, Zaley boy. Got it all worked out how you're gonna go.
Aren't you gonna do something? You came here for me. What about your bounty?
I'm delivering Barrows in the condition he's in.
We had a deal!
Consider our prior agreement void.
Fine! Lucky I still need you.
Thanks. I don't want to know what he had in store for me.
Better hope the Sith are feeling less creative.
You've been rubbing me the wrong way since I met you, but I'll let that slide if you do me a favor. I figured joining up with you's my best shot of getting off of this rock. What you say? I'll kill for you.
Fine, but I'll be keeping you on a short leash.
Yeah, lead the way. Just get this little twerp out of my sight before I decide to crush him.
Okay, well, there we have it. We actually had an opportunity to use, once again, our carbonite sprayer arm attachment thing. Yes, it's absolutely fantastic that we actually got to use that again, because most of the time, no, it's just like, no, I'm just going to shoot you in the face, or I'm just going to walk away, or allow you to run away, or something along those lines. So it's really nice that we actually got a little bit more back into the sort of bounty hunting area of things, because I personally feel like that's actually the coolest part. I don't particularly like being sort of an assassin type. I really do like capturing the targets, I guess. So that's actually really cool. And we're now going to be heading back to Lieutenant Horn in our ship's airlock, apparently. So, okay. Belsavis Orbital Station. Okay, so he's probably going to just be like, oh, thank you very much, or, oh, you didn't help with the Dreadmasters? Oh, shame on you, and various bad things like that, yes. If he is like that, then that's going to be very annoying, because I really wanted to tell that Sith Lord just to shove off, because, literally, I have a job to do, and you're not going to stop me from doing it, so get out of my face, thank you very much. Talk to the hand, and all that sort of thing, so, hopefully we are not going to get told off by this guy. If I am going to be told off, then I am going to tell him off. And, well, I'm not going to shoot him in the face, because he's actually an okay guy, I think.
You here to take Barrows off my hands?
I noted your return. I figured it was safe to assume you were successful, given your reputation. I prepared a report of your success for Darth Tormund. I have your compensation right here.
I think I'm due a little something extra.
I'm afraid Darth Tormund has absolute authority on the matter. However, I could probably procure something with a little time. Is there anything in particular?
Credits are my preference.
I'm sure there are some funds I can reallocate without much fuss. Just be sure to mention me favorably to my superiors. I must return to my duties. Again, a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much, Lieutenant Horn. That was very, very good. And yeah, apparently, yeah, those credits are definitely not worth it, but it is upkeeping with our roleplay of being an efficient and credit-seeking bounty hunter who is more likely to capture someone than kill them, and is also looking to be the utmost efficient, unless it conflicts with his own code of ethics, I suppose you could say. But here we are back on our ship, and we're going to be, well, I would assume addressing the crew with the intercom. I think we'll do that.
Everybody front and center.
You didn't mention we had a guest. Who's our large friend?
I never asked. I suggest everyone get acquainted.
Name's Skadge.
Skadge. Okay, interesting. Call me Mako.
This thing begging for a treat?
Skadge. Don't you worry, I've got it committed to memory.
So what's next?
Tormund still has a target for us to deal with.
You've been a busy boy. Too busy. You should spend more time with your loved ones before they're gone. I'm extending you an invitation. An opportunity to appreciate what you have before you lose it. But if the boy's less close to you than we thought, it really doesn't matter. There'll be plenty of other opportunities for us to meet. If you want a chance to say goodbye, come to Hoth. We won't wait long.
Torian, we've got to save him.
That's exactly what they want.
They seem to be smart. They won't toss their bait until they're sure we won't bite.
I know, but we have to do something. So what are we gonna do?
I plan to make an example out of these scumbags.
You're finally saying something interesting.
Okay, so apparently Torian got himself captured. No idea how that's actually possible, considering he is a very experienced Mandalorian. Well, I would think he's kind of experienced at least. But anyway, maybe if he was outnumbered or outgunned or something along those lines, then that is most likely going to happen. But anyway, next time, No Strings Attached is going to be our next port of call, which will be, of course, involving traveling to my favorite planet of Hoth, and maybe I'll be able to speak a little bit better there. Maybe the cold will not freeze off my lips by the time I have finished speaking. Well, we'll see. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.